Jermaine loves connecting with his readers, whether it is through school and library visit, book reading, or book signings. With his daughter Jordan by his side, he released the first kids book, that is Big Secret, Jordan Learns the Truth, inspiring acceptance and awareness around learning differences similar to what he faced as a child. BBS encouraged youth to dream big despite the challenges. German's second book, The Little Bird, The Magic Oracle, is the first book of a chapter book series about magical words filled with adventure, encouraging readers of all ages to embrace the power of their own imagination. And on today's episode of Auto Interview, it's my utmost pleasure and joy to have on the show today, Jermaine Seamón. Welcome on the show, Jermaine.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very fine. It's awesome to have you on the show today. I'm excited.
Excited to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, it's my pleasure as well. So, Jermaine, could you tell us about your book, The Little Bird and the Magic Oracle? How does this book come about? What inspired you to write The Little Bird and the Magic Oracle?
Actually, it's pretty funny. I was just running one day and I saw a little bird, and I just stopped and I just watched it interact with different things in nature, and I thought of a book that just popped in my head. I always write. I like to write about my family, my friends. So I write about what I know. So I took that little bird, that little inspiration, and I thought about how can that little bird help a little girl have a relationship with a human girl.
Wow, that sounds pretty much amazing to know. I love the sound of it. Now, for readers who haven't read the book yet, and of course, without giving much information away, could we have a sneak of what we'd expect picking up The Little Bird and the Magic Oracle?
Well, it's a bit of a fantasy. It's set in the forest. You have different characters. You have human characters. You also have animal characters, and animal characters interact just as humans do. When they talk, they have their own issues. They have their own ups and downs. They have their own hang-ups and stuff like that. And then they come across with the humans, which they've been told to stay away from for years and years because humans were not always the good people when we come to animals. Hunting and stuff like that. So when they come to that crossroads, they had to decide if they're going to be friendly with the humans or shy away from that as they've done it previously.
Wow, that sounds pretty much interesting to me. And now, Jermaine, there's this question that I love asking authors that come on my show. I've always been fascinated about how authors craft long sentences and brings words together in a way that it eventually makes a great book. This always leaves me thinking about how exactly they got their ideas and inspiration. Now, as far as writing is concerned, how do you get the inspiration to write your book, and particularly writing under the theme of children's literature? Where did your inspiration and ideas come from?
Well, I'm a big kid at heart. I love comic books. I'm a big comic book fan, big comic book nerd.
Oh,
I love DC. So I always looked at those comic books and those stories as being very complex, layered with a lot of information, a lot of character development, a lot of imagination, because you not just have the character, but you also have the background as a character as well. So
mm,
each character in my book and in comic books have their own different roads and path they have to travel. So, but as you travel through life, sometimes our paths cross. Like our paths are crossing right now. I didn't
mm.
know you until today. You didn't know me until today, but now we meet, and so now we're friends. So it's a great way to see how this story mirrors life.
Absolutely. Well, I love the sound of it, really. It sounds very intriguing to me. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Jermaine, you also have another book titled Daddy's Big Secret, Jordan Learns the Truth. And I love that title for a book. Now, could you tell us a bit about the making of that as well?
Well, I'm dyslexic. When first met my wife, I told her my secret, and told her that I'm dyslexic and I had trouble comprehending different things with my learn difference. She encouraged me to tell the world. More importantly, tell my daughter. So, Daddy Big Secret, Jordan Learning the Truth is basically a conversation me having with my daughter,
Mm,
explain to her who I am and my deepest, darkest secret. I hid it so long from family and friends, teammates, and stuff like that. I never told anyone. I never wanted to be labeled or bullied and have that bully stigma put on top of me. You know how
Mm,
bullies do, call you negative names and stuff like that. So I didn't want to do that. So I kind of hid it and just trying to be, I guess, quote unquote normal, or whatever normal is in society. So hid for so long, and it got to the point where it was affecting not just my relationship with my daughter, during nighttime, during story time, reading the story to her. It became a hassle. So I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to tell her. So one day we walked into the library, and I just got on my knees and said, hey, you know what? Dad has something to tell you. It was
mm.
the biggest, darkest secret I ever had, and I just told her.
Well, that's quite amazing to know. And at this point, I'd love you to show the book to the camera if you have a copy of it there with you.
Sure, I have Daddy Big Secret right here. Can you see it?
Yeah, please bring it closer to the camera so we can see better. Yeah, yeah, beautiful, beautiful cover. Wow, interesting.
Yes. So you can see that it's a picture of myself and my wife and my daughter
Oh,
in cartoon form. We look very illustrated. So it's a great book, great read. Reminds you of an old school Dr. Seuss book.
wow, that's quite amazing, really. Thank you for sharing. Now, apart from The Little Bird and The Magic Oracle and Daddy's Big Secret, Jordan Learns the Truth, do you have any other works you've authored or maybe currently working on?
Well, currently, the Little Oracle and the Magic Bird. Sorry, the Little Bird and Magic Oracle. That is going to be a series book. So this is the first series. I'm currently working on the second series now. I
Hmm.
haven't titled it yet. I don't like titling my books until after it's done, and I
Wow,
don't like titling the chapters after it's done. I like the chapters kind of speak to me to give the name of it. So once this book is done and published in out of the print, and in people's hands right now. I'm starting to work on the first chapter of the next book.
wow, that's quite amazing, and I hope that goes on successfully. Yeah. Now,
Thank you,
could
thank you.
you, absolutely. Now, could you tell us what publishing is like for a published author like yourself? Are there any challenges you've encountered ever since you got published? And I would love you to speak in the theme or in the aspect of your children's literature author in this regard. And also, I would also love to ask you, how do you handle criticism as a writer, especially the negative ones?
It's fun. Strangely enough, I haven't got any negative reviews as of yet, which is great. I know they're coming. Um, a very my sensei tells me that you if you're gonna cry when you lose a match, you cry when you win a match because you should take the good with the bad. So never get off your square. Always be centered. So I haven't had any bad criticism. I'm waiting for it because that makes me better, makes me stronger.
Mm,
The other thing is about for publishing, there's three ways to publish. You can go through a big publishing house and they pick up your book and they will market it and do all the put out bells and whistles for you and do your book for you.
mm.
And then you can what I did kind of a self publish. You go through a publisher, they'll do everything for you, and then they'll send it to a printer, and then you print it out, and then you sell it yourself. And then the second book I wrote, the Little Bird and Magic Oracle, is totally self-published. I came with the idea. My wife and I sat down. My wife, she sat down, formatted the book, got it all in the hardback format. A very good friend of mine, Wayne Cooper,
Mm.
he helped put it together, and it was a labor of love. So it was a real labor of love, and that will be truly self-published. The first book I didn't self-publish. The second book I really, really, really self-published. So
Wow. That's quite lovely to know. I love the sound of it. Now, Jaiman, is there anything that you love to share with the viewers about your books that we did not mention in this interview and you'd love the viewers to know?
yes, if you want to purchase any one of my books, The Little Bird and the Magic Oracle or Daddy's Big Secret, Jordan Learns the Truth, you can go to my website, which is www.seamonent.com. Once again, that's www.seamonent.com. If you need to follow, you want to follow me on Instagram. Instagram is JKS
Mm,
underscore author. Once again, that's JKS underscore author. On Facebook is JKS dash author. On Facebook again is JKS dash author. I'll be going to different places and touring different people, and going to see doing different book signings as well coming up. I got one. The 14th was a private event at a brunch-in. I'm doing some book signing and also talking about my book as well. I'm going to Malcolm X
Mm.
College at Malcolm X College in Chicago, Illinois, in February, and then I'm going back to my university, Chain University in Pennsylvania, the first HBCU, and I'm going to be inducted into the Leslie Pinckney Hall Library. So that'd be
Wow.
great too.
Wow, that's
Yes.
quite amazing to know. Congratulations. That's really
Thank you.
awesome to know. Yeah. Now, Jarman, as a published author, what sort of advice do you have for other writers who are still struggling with publishing a book like yours? What would you advise people in this category?
Well, my first book, I was so, I guess, nervous, afraid of what people think. So what I did was
Mm.
I created a writer circle. I got
Oh.
my friends, I got my family members, I got other people who I knew who had little kids with little children who could read the book and say, "Hey, would this be a story that you want to read?" So after I got it in book form, I stapled it and had some illustrations and had the children sit there and in the living room and just
Mm.
read the book itself and see, does it speak to you? Did the character speak to you? Is it something that you will want to read again? Would it be something you will pick off the shelf? So as I did that, it became bigger. And I'm like, okay, great. Now I know that other people would want to see this work come to fruition. So
Mm.
that's what I did.
Wow, that's quite great. And again, I love you to show the cover of the second book to the camera.
Sure.
You show the first already. Love you to show the second. A bit closer, please, to the camera. Yeah, the little bird. Yeah, I think this, I saw this so many times on your page. Yeah, I saw this so many times with people holding and taking a picture of it. Beautiful,
Thank you very
beautiful.
much.
You're welcome. And now, German, in case we have some interested viewers who are currently watching this interview, I would love to get a copy of your books. On what platform is it available on for purchase?
Oh, so it's available. Like it's here you go. It's hard. We got a hardback copy right here, which is on my
Yeah.
website. And also, we also have an audiobook coming out in the spring, and that is voiced by Miss Ramona Moore Big Eagle. Her voice is like velvet. She's a very good storyteller, and she will
Mm.
be putting inflections or bringing my book to life via audiobook. So you can buy the audiobook and the hardback copy of my website.
Wow, that's great. And I left a link in the description part of this interview where interested viewers can get a copy of German Seamón's books directly on the website and also on other platform. So thank you so much, Jermaine, for accepting the
Thank you.
invitation to be featured on P English Literature. It's awesome having this conversation with you.
Thank you. Thank you too. I see you got some good books behind you as well.
Yeah, that's a lot behind me there.